Hey everyone. Welcome to this week's Energy Insight, December 4th to the 10th. It's the week of our new moon, and which, if you're not familiar, is the week of our heart chakras. And so I'm going to talk about that as well as the energy insights and messages that my guides have given me and asked me to talk about. But before I go ahead, if anyone is not familiar with who I am, my name is Jackie Ellis from JackieEllis.com. I'm an intuitive guiding mentor, and my friends call me an energetics master. I read people's energy, and I help them decode the energy within them so that they can create a life that they love. And that's really important, especially during this period of time in history that we're in right now. So the week of the new moon, it's an important week. It starts off a new moon cycle, and it really is a fresh start to step forward in our powers and feel empowered and intentionally make changes within ourselves to venture down this journey that we're on. And the heart chakra. So if anyone is not aware, I have a light mastery map. So the heart chakra, the full light mastery map is here. You can download it if you do not have it at JackieEllis.com. Sign up for any of the free resources, and you will be asked to create a username and password for the portal so that you can download the free resources that you would like to use for your own journey. But let's talk about the week of the new moon. The week of the new moon is our heart chakra. So it is very much the domain of love, desire, value, values, worth, and sacrifice. So what does that mean? It means that the things that will be coming up will relate to what we love, will relate to what we desire for our life in a life goal situation, in a what matters most to us, as well as what we value. And if we look at that a little bit further, it's the values that we are holding onto. It is what we believe about ourselves, what we believe life is about. It is the worthiness that we feel about ourselves, and what we think is worthy of holding on to, or venturing towards. It is understanding the word sacrifice. Sacrifice will come up in that a lot of people believe that sacrifice has to do with giving up something that is of value in hopes to receive something better. But that's not what sacrifice really is. We were conditioned to believe that in many different ways. But sacrifice is really giving up what's no longer of value for you. It's giving up something that's holding you back from stepping into that next part of your journey that is going to expand you. It's going to help you grow and get closer to not only yourself, but not only your higher self, but also get closer to our one source provider, and really step into your purpose for this life. The when you are challenged or triggered around these situations where it really impacts the values you are holding and the your own worthiness, it is, you can find yourself going down similar patterns that will either show you that you feel over responsible for other people, or you will find yourself changing who you are because you expect not to be appreciated for who you really are. Try and avoid triggering other people. Well, everyone's trigger is an ish-me or an issue. Like it's if you're triggered, it's an ish-me. If they're triggered, it's an ish-them, right? So we can't, lots of times we don't know what we're thinking. How are we supposed to predict what other people are thinking as well? Unless you've unlocked your psychic abilities in some sense, and then you have some sort of gauge as to what could be going on with the other person. But when you're talking about your own journey, it's really looking at how you're interacting with those relationships that matter to you, and how you're interacting with your own relationship with yourself, and working through those situations to adjust what you are valuing, adjust what values you are holding, improve your own perception of your worthiness that you have for yourself, and also the worthiness that you hold for other people, because the compassion that we have for other people matters as well. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone has experiencing their own stuff, has been deeply ingrained in conditioning that has really prevented us from being the light people, the light workers, the higher vibrational entities that we were meant to be. And so a lot of us are working through that the best that we can, some of us consciously, some of us unconsciously, and understanding that it's a journey and appreciating not only your journey but other people's journey is really going to help us move forward as a collective, and help us show a little bit more compassion for what another person is going through, and to try and see their perceptions in some way. I'm gonna continue by, there's an overall message for the week, and then there's 3 messages that I'm given specifically, and I will release those piecemeal for non-members for Soul Talk, but for my members for Soul Talk, you'll get the full video in its entirety, and that will reside in the Soul Talk portal. You also get it earlier than everyone else, so you have a chance to step into this week with a higher level of knowledge as to how you can get through it in some way, and a little bit of hope, because it's all good messages. So okay, so the overall message The overall message is there is a spark of creative energy that is flowing in to the world right now. And it's giving us support and courage to finally move forward once again. I don't know about anyone else, but I have felt like I am like literally at that labor period in birthing a child where I am wanting to just get this child out of my body, and cuddle that child and love that child. But my doctor's saying, don't push. So I'm having a little bit of trouble right now. There's like an inner battle that's happening within me, and I feel like as a collective that inner battle is happening to everyone. We want to move forward. We want to just get going, but something is saying, don't push. It's not time yet. And it's testing our patience. It's testing our patience. So I want you to look within and trust your intuition. Trust your intuition for guidance. As the world is entering into this new milestone as a collective, trusting our intuition is going to be important. It's going to help guide us to see the difference between what we've been believed for so many years and what the truth is, and to see how that fits for us. Because for some people, they may struggle with it in some form, and other people may go, yeah, that makes sense. I'm just going to let it go. Let the old go to allow the new to come in. And everyone, it'd be nice if everyone just came to an agreement that that's the way it's always going to be, and we'll just go with it. But there will be a period of adjustment for some people, and sometimes that's a little bit longer than others, and that's okay, because that's part of the journey. So I want you to know that. I want you to remember that, so that when there's people in your life that aren't on the same page as you, remember that everyone's on a journey that may be slightly different in time frame and insight, and that's stuff that they need to work out. And there's no right or wrong. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Number 3. Okay, number 3. Do you see the harvest coming in for you? Pause and reflect and celebrate this journey we are all on. So, I have no notes for this, so this is interesting. So, pause and see the harvest coming in for you. Do you see the harvest coming in for you? That tells me that there's been stuff that has been happening in the background that have not only helped prevent massive crashes to the foundational systems that we have in place, but they've planted seeds to get them going for a long time now, and the harvest is starting to come in. So I don't know what that means. That might mean truths are being revealed we're starting, more and more people are starting to see that. Yay. Maybe it means that things will start to resolve, and our freedoms will be given back to us in some form. Yay. Maybe that means there'll be changes to some of these foundational systems for the positive. So we'll start to see those shifts, those cleansing even more, and through that cleansing, we'll start to see how good that could mean for many of us that have been struggling just to survive for a long period of time. What I'd like you to do is trust that the harvest, there's stuff that's happened in the background that has planted things that will be ready for harvest very soon. And yes, things will get uncomfortable. Yes, things won't be the same as the way they were. And I talked about this a lot in my December new moon monthly insight. So if you haven't watched that video, the link is down below. I encourage you to watch it because it really goes deeper into this. But it really is pausing and reflecting to celebrating this new journey we are all on. So it's understanding that yes, there's going to be foundational systems, our governments, our education system, our medical system, our financial system, our church bodies. There's going to be changes that are going to happen, but there will be changes that will be cleansing from the old system that put a lot of constructs on the way we were living life and limited a lot of people in what they could do and how they could live, and made it very difficult for people to really experience life the way we could experience life in a much more freeing way. So what if the changes that were going to be made, what if those changes to the foundational system were actually meant for our highest good? What if they were a gift in some way for us? What if they actually changed things up so that we had a better opportunity than we did before? It's food for thought. It's food for thought. Okay, for those of you that, if this resonated at all with you, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And if you'd like to share the love, please share, subscribe to this video. If you would like to support me in some way or have the ability to support me in some way, you can go to the link below and buy me a virtual coffee. And I use that money to help support my family. And so I can make content like this for people like you. There is a Soul Talk membership that has loads of benefits. If you are at all interested, it is there's no obligation to the length of time that you stay within this platform, but we'd like to have you join us, and the information is down below. Until next time, thank you for joining me on this journey. Be simply you.